Guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am filming a tag video created by Jen here on YouTube. I will go ahead and link her video down in my description box, and my dear friend Amy asked me to do this video tag as a collaboration. So thank you, Amy, for reaching out. I thought this was such a fun idea. You guys need to go check out Amy's channel. She is a mom, she is a YouTuber, and she's also really focusing on using what she has. I think she's on a no-buy or a low-buy. She'll have to correct me if I'm wrong, but I really enjoy her content. She always does such creative videos and eyeshadow looks, and she's really bold and colorful too. So definitely check her out. I will leave her YouTube channel as well as her video down in the description box. Now, if you're wondering what are we doing today, what is this tag all about, I think it's called the A to Z tag, and I watched Jen's video just to kind of figure out what I was supposed to be doing. And basically we're going through the whole alphabet, and for each letter we're picking our favorite product from a brand with that same letter. So A for like Anastasia, A for, I don't know what other brands start with the letter A. This is really hard. I'm really nervous. I've only got A and B picked out so far, and I figured I'd just figure it out as I go along. So wish me luck, and without further blabbering, let's get into it. Okay guys, so for A, Anastasia comes to mind. I have so many favorite products from Anastasia, but I wouldn't have felt right not picking a palette. And I have to say, this one, I mean, I'm just like obsessed with this palette. It's so beautiful. This is the Amrezy collaboration palette with Anastasia that came out earlier this year. I didn't think I would like this that much. I was like, oh, it's just another palette, but I just love how this takes the best of like the modern renaissance from like 2016 and then makes it like a 2020 version for me, because that pop of blue, that pink shade, like it really just like amps it up. So you can do your everyday neutral eyeshadow look, but if you want to do something fun and colorful, especially for like the spring and summertime, that's what this palette like really reminds me of, is spring and summer. And you can definitely bring it into fall too with this shade like Georgina or Anastasia. I think you can definitely pull it into so many different seasons. But I'm so pumped that ABH came out with this. I know a lot of people kind of like scoffed a little and they were like, oh, it's so boring, it's so repetitive, but this is like one of my favorite palettes of 2020 so far. Okay, the next thing, I feel like you guys are gonna laugh, but I really couldn't think of anything else, and I'll probably think of 100 things after I'm done filming this. But for the letter B, I did decide to pick the product Beauty Blender from the brand Beauty Blender, because I'm so original. I know like people will say Benefit, but I really don't like anything from Benefit. And what other brands are there even? I'll have to look and see. But I decided to go with the Beauty Blender because this is what started it all. I love doing my foundation with a makeup sponge. Right now, I really like this one from Makeup Eraser. It's very soft, but let's be real, Beauty Blender was the pioneer, and I have so many Beauty Blenders. Like, look at this. This is like a brand new Beauty Blender set that I've never used. I found it the other day while I was organizing my drawers, so I have enough sponges to basically last me at least another 10 years. So I won't be buying any more, but aren't these so cute? And I just love the Beauty Blender sponges so much. So for the letter C, I feel like a lot of people are gonna pick ColourPop, but I'm going to pick Clionadh. This brand, oh my gosh, they are even bigger and better now in 2020, but I first heard about them through Angie, and I bought their Paleo and Archeo palette. I have a bunch of their singles. I have tons of their singles. And then when they launched the stained glass collection, it really like sealed the deal for me. So I've been slowly building up this collection. I definitely don't have the biggest stained glass collection at all, but these shadows are pricey, but they are expensive for a reason, because they are so unique and so good. I just love these so much. I wish I used them more, but I have pulled them out and kind of kept them on my makeup desk where I do all of my makeup looks, so that I'll reach for them hopefully more. But I love Clionadh so much. Okay, so for the letter D, I want to talk about the brand Danessa Myricks. I bought quite a few of their things. Like I bought their Color Fix stuff, and I've been meaning to do like a full face of Danessa Myricks, which I will eventually do. It's on the board to be done, to be filmed. But one day I wanted to try her Color Fix in the matte formula, and I used the shade Rustic, And oh my gosh, if this isn't like my perfect blush shade for the fall, I don't know what is. This is such a beautiful color. And she has so many shades of these in the matte. They have a shimmer formula. They have a metallic formula. But like this orange, oh, I'm almost tempted to put it on, but I'm not going to because it's gonna totally mess up my makeup. But I've really been enjoying watching the brand, and I definitely would love to buy like 20 more of these, but I'm a savage. I don't use things enough, so I'm gonna stick to the one, but I love this so much. And if you guys have been curious about these matte liquid pigments, I would totally recommend just like picking one up. I know Beautylish stocks them. Otherwise, you can get them on Danessa Myricks website as well. But I really like these, and they make such pretty blushes and lip colors, and you can also blend them onto your eyes. So I love a good multi-use product, and that is my favorite thing that I've tried from the brand so far. So for the letter E, I have to pick the brand e.l.f. They have definitely surprised me the most in 2020, and even in 2019, they came out with the cute little bite-sized eyeshadow palettes. And honestly, I don't talk about their lip products enough, but I am so impressed with these. These are their sheer slick lippies, and they're really not that sheer, but they have so many beautiful shades, and you can get these at the drugstore. They're super comfortable, very pigmented. They just came out with 2 new shades as well, so I picked those up when I picked up their bite-size face palettes, like they did the little blush duos. So I have those 2 new shades coming my way as well, but I basically carry these around and I keep them in my lip pouch, so when I need a fun lip color, I just reach for these, and they're so comfortable and nice. And they also have another formula. This one, I really like this formula too. This is the Seriously Satin Lippies, and this is in the shade Permission. I saw Katie swatch this on her Instagram, and I was like, I need that orange. And this is a $3 lipstick from e.l.f. So I don't know if I can name multiple products in each category or each brand, but some of these brands have such impressive products and so many different favorites that I couldn't help but mention both of those formulas from e.l.f. that I've been loving recently. Okay, so the next letter is the letter F, and of course I had to pick something from Fenty Beauty, and I don't want to move this around because I want you guys to see how much progress I've made on this foundation. Now, I did pick up this foundation when it originally launched from Fenty Beauty, and people have mixed reviews on this. Some people love the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter Matte foundation. Some people hate it. I personally love it. I think this is such a great foundation for me in the summertime. I also wear this in the wintertime, and even though it's a matte foundation, it really doesn't dry out my skin. So I have been loving this foundation for a very long time and will continue to use it until I hit pan. And I have the shade 370 in case any of you are wondering. It also does oxidize quite a bit, so that's why I have 370. It's the one that has worked out best for me, and yeah, I really like this guy. I also have some other products I love from Fenty, but the foundation by far is my favorite. So for the letter G, this one is kind of a newer favorite, but I had to be a little bit of a bougie bitch and tell you guys about my Gucci bronzer. I would have never guessed that I would own something this nice from a high-end brand. This is what, like $65, $62 bronzer, and I don't know, something really just got me when I saw this launch. I bought it right away on Sephora, and it's like one of my favorite things that I've acquired in 2020. It feels like it's the year of the bronzers. There's so many new bronzers coming out, and I just love this one. I would rank it pretty high because I know I love the Tower 28 and I love the Kosas bronzer, but this one is like luxury. So it has like this beautiful fragrance. It's like a floral smell. Some people might hate it. I personally don't mind it at all. It doesn't bother me. The only time I smell it is when I'm putting it on. And I just feel like such a grown-up 31-year-old lady when I use this bronzer. So I really like it. I like the finish. I have the shade Tan 4. I did see it was back in stock on Sephora this past weekend. It might still be there. Check it out if you guys are wanting to splurge. If you guys are wanting to splurge on something, I would recommend the Gucci bronzer. Also, the thing is, like, bronzer is something I reach for all the time. Like, that's the thing with eyeshadow palettes. Like, you can have so many eyeshadow palettes, and even if you buy a $200 eyeshadow palette or a $5 eyeshadow palette, like, there's only so many different eye looks I can do with one eyeshadow palette. Whereas a bronzer, I can keep reaching for every day, and they're kind of like my sweatpants. Like, I just know that I'm comfortable with this shade, and Every time I reach for it, it makes me so happy. So I really, really like my Gucci bronzer. Okay, so for the letter H, I chose Huda Beauty, and I love a lot of her products, like her liquid lipsticks. I love her foundation, even though I haven't used it in quite some time. But I had to pick her eyeshadow palettes, and of course, again, I couldn't just pick one, so I picked them all out. These are so great if you love neutral colors. I mean, this new nudes, I didn't think I would ever want this, but these shimmer shades are so beautiful and pigmented. If you do bridal makeup, like, you need to get your hands on these palettes because they're so beautiful and shimmery and just so wow. Like, if you do makeup on tan skin, that new nudes palette is so fun to have. I have the Rose Gold Remastered. It's brand spanking new. I bought this like almost 2 years ago now when me and my friend took a little girls trip to Minnesota where we saw Beyonce. So I will forever hold on to this because it reminds me of that little girls trip. And then this is Desert Dusks, which is another gorgeous palette from her. So when I'm feeling neutrally, these are the kinds of palettes I like to reach for, and I really like her formula on the bigger palettes. The smaller palettes can definitely be hit or miss. I did like her new nudes, the minis. Those were nice, but these ones are always a good bet. So if you want to get somebody like a gift, or you want to buy yourself like your everyday great neutral palette, I would recommend any of these three from Huda Beauty. Okay, so for the letter I picked the avocado palette, the Tasty Avocado from I Heart Revolution. You guys didn't think I would get through this video without mentioning a green eyeshadow palette, did you? So I picked this one because it has beautiful shimmers. It's an affordable palette. Is this my favorite green palette from the drugstore? Probably not, but if you're balling on a budget and you don't have a Wally Mart that you can go to, these are probably one of the better I Heart Revolution formulas. So I haven't tried a ton from them, to be honest. I think I probably used to buy more Revolution products when I was in college. I haven't really gone back and tried a ton of stuff, but I know my friend Angie is always doing Revolution product reviews because she gets a lot of requests to do those. So if that's what you're into, you should definitely check out her channel. Okay, so the next letter is the letter J, and I also had to pick out another green palette. This is the Tribe palette by Juvias Place. Who doesn't love a good old green and neutrally palette? This shade and this shade, I swear, they just like rock my world when it comes to my Juvias Place Tribe palette. Such beautiful lit shades. I also love this shade, Tootsie. It's like a beautiful vibrant green color. Like, I wish I could just like pull this palette out and do more eyeshadow looks with it, but you guys know I'm constantly rotating things in and out of my collection, so I haven't shown that palette some love in some time. But I love Juvia's Place so much. There's so many products from them that knock my socks off. Specifically though, their eyeshadow palettes are my love. They just launched lipsticks. I want to try their bullet lipsticks so bad. But I'm trying to be so good because I just decluttered my lipstick collection in 2019 and it's already piling up because I bought all those Tower 28 glosses, Propa Beauty, Menagerie sent me a bunch of liquid lipsticks. Like, I am stocked up, but you guys will have to let me know if you've tried the new Juvia's Place lipsticks and what your thoughts are on them. I will maybe pick up at least one shade eventually, but for right now, I'm trying to be good. Okay, so for the letter K, I did decide to talk about a brand that I haven't talked about in some time because they were very busy getting canceled, and I think they're now uncanceled. I didn't buy from this brand when they were canceled, but I did have all of these liquid lipsticks from Kat Von D. She just makes one of my favorite liquid lipstick formulas. Her shade Lolita, I know it's so hyped up, but it's like one of those colors that just works so well with my skin tone. Here it is. This is Lolita. I just love a good rusty brown color. So of course, when I saw this shade Plath, I love this color. Oh my gosh, this is called, what is this called? Milagro. I have this shade, which is so cute. I think this is from Thumbelina. This is when they did that like farm animal collection. So I just really love her liquid lipsticks. I know this is one of those formulas you either love or you hate because it can be super drying. And I keep calling it her, but it's just KVD Beauty now. So I really like these. I don't know if they're going to come out with more shades or what's going to happen to the brand. And there's so many other brands I could mention with the letter K. But since I haven't talked about these in a hot second, I thought I would mention them in case you guys are of a medium tan skin tone and you wanted to find some shades that work for you at Sephora. I would definitely recommend Lolita, Lolita 2, and some of these like rusty brown colors from KVD Vegan Beauty. Okay, so I bet you guys thought I would get through this whole video and all I would talk about is makeup because that's my main priority here on YouTube. But there is one skincare item that starts with the letter L, which is the Laneige Cream Skin Fluid Hydrating Toner. I'm obsessed with this. I've gone through so many bottles of this, which is shocking because I never use things up. So the fact that I'm going through these is really impressive. This is like the only toner I found that doesn't strip my skin, doesn't make me feel dried out. It actually feels hydrating and moisturizing, which is awesome. I use this twice a day and I just love this bottle so much. I wish Laneige would make like a olive oil sized jug of this so I could just buy one at a time, but they don't, so I'm just gonna keep purchasing this. But this is like my favorite skincare thing ever, and if I ever get sick of it, I'm gonna be a very sad Karen. Okay, so for the letter M, I decided to pick fragrances. This is the brand Maison Margiela Replica. So I don't know, I think it comes up under M on Sephora, so I'm gonna go with it. But these fragrances are amazing. I've heard so many people talk about these. I saw them in so many people's $1,000 fantasy cart videos, and for good reason. So I have two fragrances. I have Under the Lemon Tree and Jazz Club. Jazz Club, my friend Angie definitely convinced me to buy this one, and Under the Lemon Tree, I kind of sniffed and fell in love with because I love fresh citrus fragrances. They have a new one out on travel size on Sephora called Coffee Break. I really want to get Coffee Break because you guys do not know my obsession with coffee. I love coffee so much. So I'm very excited to get my hands on that when I get paid next because that's when I'm going to buy it. But I really like these travel sizes, and as you can see, I use them very sparingly. I also have a ton of other fragrances I'm trying to use up, so I don't see myself getting full sizes of those right away, but Under the Lemon Tree is such a good fragrance. Just, it smells exactly like what you would picture. They also have a fragrance called, like, In the Library, they have one called Beach Walk. Like, they have all these really cool fragrances. So if you guys ever see, like during the Sephora sale, they sometimes have little kits where you can get a bunch of little travel sizes. I would totally recommend scoring one of those. I think they're actually going to have one at the Nordstrom sale. You can get 2 travel sizes of some of those fragrances I was talking about here earlier. Okay, so for the letter N, I had to pick Natasha Denonoa. Oh my gosh, you guys know I love her so much, and I think this might be my favorite palette of all time. Like, realistically, every time I think about this palette, it just makes me so happy. I love the Natasha Denonoa Metropolis. It's so beautiful. These shades, I don't know if I can explain how creamy and buttery and pigmented they are. Like, it's just that gorgeous, and like everyone needs the Metropolis palette in their lives. I think this is like easily my favorite one that I would recommend everyone owning from her. I know the gold palette was a favorite for a long time as well, but I just feel like for the price point, the fact that you get so many eyeshadows is so worth the splurge, in my humble opinion. Okay, so for the letter O, I went with Ofra Cosmetics, and I picked out their liquid lipsticks. So I have a bunch of different Ofra liquid lipsticks. I have the Samantha March original collaboration, and they just sent me this collaboration with Jen Loves Reviews. In case you guys are wondering, I'm wearing Animal Cookie on the bottom, and then I put Reimagine on the top because Animal Cookie is so light on my skin tone, and Reimagine with it just created this perfect, beautiful brown nude on my skin tone, which I love so much. But I really like the Ofra liquid lipstick formula. It's so comfortable, and I really like this new packaging that they came out with, I think sometime last year. I like the white tops. It makes it really easy to find these liquid lipsticks in my massive liquid lipstick collection, but these are so comfy, and I just wanted to give a shout out to Ofra Cosmetics because they make some really beautiful powder products. They recently sent me a ton of products in PR, so definitely let me know if you'd like to see an Ofra video. I am looking forward to trying the highlighters they sent me because you guys said their highlighters are bomb, Okay guys, so for the letter P, I had to mention Propa Beauty. Oh my gosh, this brand really has taken the beauty community by storm. They're gonna be in the next Trend Mood box. I feel like that's such a huge achievement for a brand that only just launched like a couple of months ago. I'm affiliated with this brand, but trust me, before I got my affiliate code, I bought these 3 lipsticks myself and I wanted to try them out, and I was so excited at how much I love these that I told them, yeah, give me a code because I love these anyway, and I would have no problem recommending these to my subscribers. So I don't know if I've ever swatched these for you guys. I know I swatched it in a live video, but not everyone has seen that. So I'll just swatch the 3 shades I own. This shade is called Focused. I wear this one all of the time. I have tagged them in so many pictures of me wearing Focus. So I really, really love that one. I love all 3 of these. I did such a good job picking them out for myself. So the next shade I have is called Believe It. Oh, it's such a beautiful, look at these brows. I just love brown nude tones. So I'm so happy that they exist. And then the last shade I have is Profits, which I wore the other day. And it's such a beautiful, like orangey brown as well. So there are the swatches of the 3 Propa shades that I purchased. They're also sending me the rest of the collection, so I will definitely do a swatch party video for you guys. If you guys are looking at these anyway, definitely consider picking them up and using my code. They're so pretty. I just love them so much. I'm so glad we have a tan girl, brown girl friendly lipstick line for once. Yes! Hey guys, editing Karen. I have to film editing Karen videos on my phone because I don't really know how to do it on my webcam. So I just imported the footage to my computer and I realized that I missed the letter Q. I can't really find any brands that start with the letter Q except like Key Australia. So I'm going to skip it. I'm sorry. There's also like Peachy Queen Cosmetics and like Killer Queen Cosmetics. I don't think those count. So, oh, and there's that one brand that has like the giant like coffee table size palette. I can't remember, but I think Amy Loves Makeup actually owns that palette. So maybe when she films the alphabet tag, she'll have a product to cover the letter Q, but I don't. I'm kind of bummed because I thought I did a good job, but that's okay. I just wanted to apologize because apparently I don't know all the letters of the alphabet. So there's that. Okay guys, back to the video. So for the letter R, I picked my favorite brush brand. This is the brand Real Techniques. I don't know how you wouldn't have heard about Real Techniques by now, but they make my favorite face brushes. I love the setting brush. I use it for a highlighter brush all of the time. I have been raving about their contour brush. This is amazing for cream products. I have a bunch of their blush brushes. I have a bunch of their other different shapes and sizes like scattered throughout this room. I love affordable brushes and you can wash these 100 times. I haven't had to buy a Real Techniques brush in a hot second, so I really, really like the face brushes. I don't like the eyeshadow brushes so much. I feel like they could definitely use some work because they're kind of bigger brushes, so I can't get as precise with them, but the face brushes are chef's kiss. I love them so, so much. Okay, so for the letter S, I am going to pick another indie brand. This is Sydney Grace. They just got done with their Christmas in July sale. And most of these are Sydney Grace. Some of them aren't. Like basically just this row is I think Davina, but everything else is Sydney Grace. And I just love their singles so, so much. Again, this is another brand that I don't use enough just because of how much eyeshadow I have. But if you are just looking to buy singles from an awesome indie brand that makes awesome shadows, I would totally recommend Sydney Grace. I have a whole bunch of videos about them. So if you're interested, definitely check out those playlists because I think you will really, really enjoy all of their products as much as I do. Okay, so for the letter T, nobody's going to be surprised. It's another lip product, Tower 28. I love their bronzers. That's my other favorite thing from them. I do like their blushes, but I love the bronzer. The cream bronzer, so good. And these lip glosses are so amazing. I would encourage everyone to try these if you haven't. I'm not a gloss girl, but these glosses are amazing. They're so comfortable. They just feel so hydrating and luscious, and your lips just like start glistening. Let me just put one on here quick. Such a comfortable formula, and I just keep these in my purse. I just throw them on when I go to work. When I'm at work, I reapply them. If I'm going out to dinner with my husband, throw some on. My shades that I love are the Clear and Fire. Both are in my purse right now, but I have all the shades. I bought all of them during the Sephora sale, and the other thing is too, the price point on these is amazing. So that is like my go-to gloss. I also love the Pat McGrath ones, but these ones are way more affordable. So definitely check out the Tower 28 glosses if you haven't already. Okay, so for the letter U, I am picking the Urban Decay Stay Naked Weightless Liquid Foundation. I love this foundation. Listen, Urban Decay has been on the struggle bus for quite some time, and when they launched this foundation, I kind of thought it was a joke. I was like, this is so dumb. Like, nobody wants to buy any more Urban Decay foundations, blah, blah, blah. That bottle looks so stupid. I had like every excuse in the book, but then they went on sale and I was like, fine, let me get a shade, and look at how much I've used. You guys, I don't know if you know how much makeup I have, but for me to even go through that much foundation in like less than a year is a huge achievement. So I've been like slowly plugging away at this foundation. I love it so much. I even bought it in a lighter shade so I could wear it in the winter time. So my winter shade is 50 CG, and in the summertime I wear 60 CG. I just love it because it is long wearing. It stays on, but it doesn't feel cakey or heavy. Today I have on the Pure 4-in-1 foundation, and even though I don't feel it on my face, when I was putting it on, I felt like I was putting on like plaster on my face, if you know what I mean. Like, it felt like I was really putting on a thick foundation, whereas this one does not feel that way. So this is like my favorite thing from Urban Decay in a long, long time. And if you guys haven't tried it, I would honestly recommend getting a sample and giving it a shot. Okay, so this is kind of random because I'm not a lash girl, and there are definitely other brands that start with the letter V, but I thought I'd give a shout out to this little handy dandy thing. This is the Velour Lash and Go eyeliner and lash adhesive hybrid. So this is what it looks like, and I like the Velour lash glue, the clear one, a really nice lash glue. I actually repurchased it during the last Sephora sale, but I also ended up picking this up because I saw Kathleen Lights show this on her channel, and this is really nice. So basically it is a eyeliner and a lash glue, which is so nice because you can kind of do your eyeliner with it and then stick the lash on, and it kind of hides all your sins, as my mom would say. If you struggle with falsies, this is a good one. There's also one from Lily Lashes that I just got in a Trend Mood box, but I really like this formula, and I like that it is one of those like brush applicators because you can really get precise with it and like coat it on if you need to, whereas the felt tip, it's a little bit harder to work with. This one is great though. Okay, so for the letter W, I decided to go with another foundation, and this is a drugstore one. This is Wet n Wild's foundation. This is their Dewy foundation. I think this is like a $5 foundation, and I was really excited when they announced this because I was like, oh cool, like a dewy foundation, and it's not going to break the bank. And I really like this foundation. I don't know if it got as much hype as it deserved on YouTube, but it's really nice. Like, great finish. It lasts throughout a work day, which is huge for me because usually I leave to work at like 8 o'clock and we're not back till about 5:36. And then I usually stay in my foundation until I take a shower and go to bed. So I have foundation on usually like for 10 plus hours every day, and that one clings on, and I'm so impressed. I have the shade, let me just tell you, because you guys sometimes wonder what shade I buy. So I have Amber Beige, and I really, really like this foundation. I also like a ton of other things from Wet n Wild. I think their eyeshadow is decent. They have beautiful cheek products, but this is the one product I had like on me that I really, really would encourage you guys to try. So Wet n Wild foundation it is. Okay guys, editing Karen again. Oh my gosh, what was I doing when I was filming this video? I forgot the letter Q and I forgot the letter X. So hope you guys don't mind, but let's get back into the video and get on with it. Okay, things are getting a little sketchy with these letters. So for the letter Y, I'm going to pick the Youth to the People Superfood Antioxidant Cleanser. This is my favorite face wash. I've been using it now for years at this point, and some people hate it. I really like it, but I use it specifically for the morning time. So I don't use it to take off my makeup. I just use it to rinse my face every morning. It's not harsh. I like the bottle. It just sits on my counter, and I just get a nice little pump of it and rinse my face before I do my skincare as part of my morning routine. Now, do I need to like wash my face with soap every morning when I haven't done anything yet for the day? I don't really know, but I can't just splash water on my face and call it good in the mornings. I know some people do that, just not for me. I have to do a wash. I have to wash my face and I have to use a soap, and so I use the Youth of the People soap, and it usually lasts me about a year, the bottle does. So every Sephora sale, I usually repurchase a bottle of Youth of the People Superfood Antioxidant Cleanser. Okay guys, so for the letter Z, I decided to use a tool. I grabbed my Z palettes. These are Z Palette X Alta. I really like these because they're so affordable, but they have that clear top, same quality as other Z palettes I purchased. This one is dirty as heck, but you can usually get these on a sweet deal from Ulta because they always do like buy one get one free or buy two get two free. You know, the different Ulta deals that they have. So I would 100% recommend picking these up if you guys like to buy eyeshadow singles, if you guys like to depot things. It's fun to have a few backups of these. I of course have like hundreds of them because I'm always reorganizing my eyeshadows. I have different sizes, but I like to keep it consistent, so I have a ton of these. And yeah, that is it for the alphabet makeup tag, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you are a YouTuber and you haven't seen this before, definitely consider yourself tagged. I will leave the original video down in my description box for you guys to all check out. And guys, don't forget to go ahead and check out Amy here on YouTube. I will leave her alphabet tag as well in the description box. Show her some Makeup Savage love. Let her know I sent you, and thank you guys so much for watching this video. I will leave my tags video playlist if you guys want to enjoy some other tag videos that I have filmed on my channel, and I will see you guys in my next video on Thursday. Bye y'all!